The journey to Darksiders 3 was interesting. We actually finished Darksiders 2, and then a couple months later, THQ went bankrupt, which was kind of sucky.
There were some false positives along the way with other publishers that would pick up the team, and then maybe there was a chance we could continue our work. That didn't always pan out. We just tried to, naturally we were just positive about whatever we were working on, but in the back of our minds, it was kind of like we want to do another Darksiders.
They broke up the studios and put them up for auction, and we were like, we're the Darksiders guys, surely somebody will buy us, right? And I think it was because we just finished Darksiders 2, we didn't have a huge game in production at that point. We got the message back, nobody bought us guys, we're closing. And that was just shocking. We weren't expecting that. We're like, hey, we made a good game that reviewed well and people like it, that's cool. Why wouldn't somebody buy us? It was sad to lose Darksiders. I mean, we didn't technically own it. Vigil was owned by THQ, so THQ owned Darksiders. We were just the Darksiders team.
A bunch of us who had worked together forever, like some of the guys had worked since the very beginning of Darksiders 1. We kind of all got together and said, hey, let's do our own studio, that'd be really cool.
For us at THQ Nordic, I mean, it started when we acquired the franchise from THQ, which was a huge and great moment. At some point we got in touch with Dave and some others that are now here at Gunfire, the leads of Darksiders 3.
I definitely remember the moment when we thought about making the next one and it really became a viable option. And we were pretty lucky in that we had a few different choices and that, it kept coming back to Darksiders. And initially, again, it was like, that's the past, we need to look at the future. But I mean, for me personally, I was one of the founders of Vigil. There was that moment in my head where I'm like, yeah, I want to go back to this. Like, it felt like unfinished business. It was something I wanted to finish. And so I think there were other people on the team that also wanted to work on it, but slowly that momentum built with everybody else. And, at some point we're like, screw it, let's do it. This is going to be cool.
I started making games because I wanted to make others happy. And I think ultimately, I'm not concerned about legacy or anything like that. There's like an adage in Boy Scouts, you leave your campsite cleaner than you found it. And I think if we can put this entry of the series out and without damaging anything else and setting up the next one potentially, then we've done our job.
We're a passionate group about games here. So we're going to make a good Darksiders 3 game. I don't think anybody needs to worry about that. So just people can sit tight and just wait for it to come out.
At the end of the day, as a game developer, I just want people to sit down and be able to have fun with the game and feel like their life was better for having played it as opposed to made worse. So if we accomplished that, I think we did a good job.
So that was the crazy story of how Darksiders 3 came to be. For more Darksiders 3 content as part of IGN First, be sure to check out the announcement trailer and our gameplay reveal. Wherever you're watching, subscribe to IGN.